Hey, hello there. Xin chào quý vị và các bạn. Chào mừng các bạn đã đến với... Okay, I know already too much Vietnamese, right? But if your purpose is to learn, or at least to speak a little bit, một chút thôi, tiếng Việt, then keep watching because I am about to reveal you all my secrets and my method to speak Vietnamese like a boss. Yeah, I mean it. Yeah, like a boss. Big boss. Big boss of Vietnamese. I have been learning Vietnamese for more than 4 years. I use it daily in both my professional and personal life. By the way, professional, I work on TV with a lot of Vietnamese channels. But the point is, there's 6 things I wish I knew before I started to learn Vietnamese. To a local Vietnamese person, a foreigner that can speak Vietnamese is somebody very rare and unusual. Therefore, when you start to engage with a local person, please start to call their attention by saying, anh ơi, em ơi, chị ơi, and then start to practice your Vietnamese. Therefore, the local person, the ear will be used to you as a foreigner that tried to communicate in Vietnamese. Okay, I break that down. Like, you better understand this point. Is it understandable? Be ready to be rejected, because not every local person would like to talk to you in Vietnamese. Many times, people will either do this, or they will simply not understand you and tell something like that. Cô ấy nói gì? So my friend, embrace rejection. It's part of the learning process. When you speak Vietnamese and a local person laughs at you, don't get angry. They just try to express their admiration, their amazement to your efforts. Besides, in Vietnamese culture, laughter, it's not like in our culture. People just try to connect with you, or it's a way to like make a situation more chill. So be chill, laugh. You are playing the long game. You are preparing for the marathon. You're not sprinting. Therefore, it's better for you to learn Vietnamese 10 to 15 minutes a day rather than 1 time per week for a longer session. Be consistent. You're gonna thank me later. I forgot to walk off. You need to have a budget. When I first came in Vietnam, I thought, why should I pay money to learn a language that everybody speaks? Wrong. You need to invest your energy, your time, and also your money if you want to achieve long-lasting results. Because at the end of the day, money means commitment. And I go, the last and most important thing I wish I knew before I started to learn Vietnamese is that pronunciation is not the most important. What really matters, it's your intonation. And at the end of this video, I'm actually going to share with you my 3 tips for you to sound like a local. But now, let me explain you the 2 methods that I think are the best to achieve long-lasting results in learning Vietnamese. The first method to learn Vietnamese effectively, according to me, is actually going to the public university. Trường đại học, khoa học, xã hội và Nhật Bản. To me, it's the best school according to different standards, which such as cost. The cost per class can go from 70 to like 100K an hour. You can subscribe for different options, 2 hours a day, 4 hours a week, 4 hours a day, name it, you have it. It's very flexible, and also teachers come from different points of Vietnam, different regions of Vietnam, from the north, the middle, and the south. So therefore, you are very lucky because you are learning, you are listening to different pronunciation while being in Saigon. Another thing that I really like is that there are 5 books, so 5 levels for you to get better in Vietnamese. But, my friend, it's not because you went from book 1 to book 5 that you can speak Vietnamese. I did all the books twice and I'm still learning. So again, it's a long-term investment. But let me tell you, one negative point about this method is that often I found that classes were a little bit crowded. Therefore, it's a bit hard sometimes to practice your Vietnamese, and therefore the teachers do not always have time to correct your pronunciation. And when you start to learn Vietnamese pronunciation, it's something that you should focus on. That's why I have another method for you. The second most efficient way to learn Vietnamese is actually learning with a teacher. Once you've been to the school and you find the perfect match for you, you can focus on learning Vietnamese with only one person. But again, be careful to find somebody who is suitable for you, somebody who finds a lot of exercises for you to work on your pronunciation, on your intonation, on your vocabulary, and also somebody who can tell you the vocabulary from the north and from the south for you to keep enriching yourself and being aware of how diverse is Vietnam. I think it's a great method to learn when you have a limited amount of time and when you want to work, I would say, the hard way. I actually have my own method that I'm going to share with you right now. When it comes to Vietnamese, I have my own personal method. Actually, I like to mix between learning with one teacher and going to school. I really don't believe in apps, and I enjoy when I talk to people, when I feel the people, when I can smell the culture. So once to twice a week, I will learn Vietnamese with my teacher, who is amazing. Because with her, I'm learning so much about Vietnamese history, culture, the way the society is developing. She's like my Vietnamese mom. But also, I do feel the need sometimes to go back to school to feel the fun with my classmates and to learn in a more chill way. But besides that, on a daily basis, I like to either watch Netflix, there's a lot of Vietnamese movies that you can find there, or listen to some podcasts in Vietnamese. Besides, I have my favorite Vietnamese TV show. It's called Về Nhà Đi Con. It's a story about a father who is raising his 3 daughters in Hanoi. I find it very interesting because you can have an idea of your family values in Vietnam. And besides that, I highly encourage you to use Vietnamese in your daily life, ordering taxi, ordering cafes, in restaurant, going to the market, just like a muscle. The more you use your Vietnamese, the better you're going to be at it. And for me, the most and important for all is that I use it in my work. I use it when I go to shoot shows, when I go to shoot TVC. So besides, I'm working in Vietnamese, but I also allow myself to learn, to always keep this student mind. And now is the moment that I promised you earlier, my 3 tips for you to sound like a local. At the beginning of each Vietnamese session with my teacher, I usually like to do warmings, meaning that I will read a certain numbers of syllables with the different tones to warm up my voice, to get my tongue used to the Vietnamese pronunciation. After this, we will usually have a couple of minutes to do some reading out loud that I either prepare or I just read loud for her. So it's a great opportunity for you to warm up your voice and start to use Vietnamese, start to speak in Vietnamese with the assistance of your teacher. She then can correct you, advise you, but you'll make less mistakes if your voice is warmed up. Add little sounds that locals do, such as nhê, nha, nhĩ, ha, a. These kind of sounds will make your Vietnamese level up to another dimensions, because that's what locals do. They add emotions at the end of their sentences to make them sound more closer to each other. Learn local expressions, learn local idioms. I personally love learn each specific expression a language has, and Vietnamese is such a rich language. They have expressions about everything. For example, nhanh như gió, ngu như bò, béo như héo, ngủ như héo, đồng nguy hai tay, hai chân, vui như Tết, vân vân. So new expressions, and they are so cute, so fast, and so easy to learn, and it will allow you to impress your Vietnamese audience. Em rất mệt, Micka rất mệt, rất là mệt. My last advice for you is just to enjoy learning, enjoy the process. Don't set goals, just be in the present moment. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to learn more about the mindset to learn languages effectively, please check my video about languages. Thank you so much for watching us, and hang apply.